Alright, everybody. We are currently missing one player, but that's because of internet outage. It's okay, though, because I am giving Fia and Aesir full control over Zibble and Mordendir. Partial over Mordendir. I have the rest of the control over him. We'll be continuing off from last week after the party has finally, for the first time ever, gone into Prime. They dealt with this mess that's over here pretty well. 7 on Keg. Crawling out of a tunnel in the ground. An earthquake-like spell was cast by Fia twice to cave the tunnel in.
Earthbending.
Then they went and tried to set up camp for the night. This is the pit that they teleported into and nearly drowned some of them. Yvonne helped Kineros out of the little pit there, the mud hole. While camping and taking a watch, Aesir was attacked by a giant spider. And there had been another one, but I'm pretty sure that one had been disintegrated.
Yeah, Maya just destroyed it.
Right, yeah. She shattered
elbowed that thing
Right.
to
So
death.
Maya went on some crazy, light eyeballs. She knocked
I know why
Kineros
Yvonne's
into
there now.
she knocked
She became the
Kineros into
Avatar
the mud
King.
pit. Continued on around this route here, and decided to attack Fia, which Fia responded back with a very panicked but very well aimed scorching ray. In fact, it critted her. She went down to 8 hit points from 100.
Oh my god. I did that much?
Yeah, you did a lot of damage last week.
Maya has 100 hit points?
Yes, Maya has 100 hit points.
Oh my god.
So-
I have 20.
I mean,
I
like
guess
50.
you're a fraction of the woman she is. So,
She didn't even
Put her
a
on
mullet.
conscious,
that
I obviously did
she
something right.
essentially she took massive damage, and I ruled out the correct percentage there. But she's asleep. It was determined for 6 days. She's asleep. So we have the party kind of like struggling to get back together. Kylie is wrapped up in owlbear cloak. Very, very much naked underneath, standing next to Aesir. She walks back to her tent. Aesir is kind of covered in this like webbing and stuff that the spider had used to pick him up, but he managed to escape all that in the first round of the fight. I believe Zibble, I don't remember exactly what she did. I remember she helped some fighting this spider.
She cast Dissonant Whispers on it.
Yes, okay. She
Yeah,
gave it a
she's
brain
helping.
ache. Yeah, brain headache.
Yeah.
Good job. And then Mordendir. Not too
He
much
attracted
there.
them. He alerted them to us being
Yeah,
away.
his loud ass mouth.
Yeah. Well, no. He also cast Dissonant Whispers. I remember now.
Oh,
They
Oh
both-
yeah,
they
he did it
both
first,
cast it.
then
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So
And then then it lashed out. We had to make a reflex save,
yeah,
and
but
then it died.
you guys had determined that the campfire was attracting these things. So
Mm.
Bori kind of puts it out, goes back to her camp, and Doden and Hopley go to their tent. Yvonne helps Kineros. What the hell? That's not where I meant to drag her. Out of the pit, and goes and picks up Maya. And she kind of like glances at Fia.
I'm
and just,
frantic. Is she okay?
She picks
What
up Maya
happens?
and just goes and begins to carry Maya back to the tent. Kineros hangs back though.
Throws her into the pit of mud.
Kineros goes back because Leo, of course, comes around the corner and says, "What the bloody hell was that?" And Kineros says, "Come here. Both of you, come here. Time to go into the tent together.
Oh,
Fia's dream."
2 brothers. 2 elven brothers.
To which he explains that
You need Jesus this year.
he explains that Maya is
I need an
what
adult.
he's mostly explaining this to Leo, but knows that Fia's going to find out anyway. So Maya's what he calls, or what they call in Laranshi, a star child.
Oh,
And he had to help. She's a friend that he grew up with, and so is Yvonne. They're close friends, even though they kind of like did their own things. They were trying to study her. He puts that in a very light term, but you kind of get what he means by study. Like
Yeah.
they were going to torture her, essentially, trying to figure out what she does and what goes on with her. So he used his influence to, as an ambassador, to escape the Laurenti Empire, and he was actually going to try and find Leo, so that way he could seek shelter within the university. But when all this came up, he decided to continue to act as an ambassador,
Trying
and
to cover his trail.
yeah, demand that he has to go with them on behalf of the Laurenti Empire, and since he is an ambassador, they kind of had to listen to him, because the Laurenti Empire has not put out any word that they're trying to find her right now. So
Oh,
I
he's
shit.
totally just have like a lot more respect for Kniros.
So basically, she's basically River Tam, and this rescuing her from the Parliament.
yeah, exactly that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so before the word has gotten out that the Laurenti Empire, which will be done covertly, she's that valuable, he says, he did this as an opportunity to be not in the city or anywhere predictable. He figured this is well worth 2 weeks of cover away from the Laurenti Empire.
Oh man, this just happened to be perfect for his situation
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, but he says that don't let this leave the tent. And he kind of just stands up and gets out. He doesn't stay to answer questions, and Leo's just like, bomb just dropped on him.
God damn.
He looks over to Fia and is just like, well, we've got to let the other two know at least. We can't just keep that. Like, I can't keep that from them. The rest of the people
Question.
fine, but I can't keep that kind of secret from Sybil Rasir.
So if you were talking about it outside anyways, it would have read your lips anyway, so...
No, they were in the tent.
I know, but if they were outside...
Yeah.
You don't even have to come to me to say it, you just say it from ages away.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with it, but it needs to be done in the right way. He's
Hey,
obviously
some shit just got dropped on me. You ain't gonna believe this.
obviously trusting you with this, and you know what? That's a big deal. So,
Yes, but he doesn't understand what the three of us are, or the four of us are. So
let me.
think about it. I'm gonna tell him eventually, though. If you're not the one to tell the two, I will tell them myself.
Okay, just
We can't let
We'll
something
sleep
like
on
that. We can't let something like that go unknown, because if they don't understand what she is or know what she is, they will understand the importance of Kairos'
I
mission
mean,
for one.
whatever the fuck just happened out there, they're obviously confused too.
Yeah.
They'd have questions.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see in
Okay.
the morning. I want to go talk to the others
Hey,
about
Kurtzel.
other things right now.
Okay.
So
Kaylee looks back to like she's gotten into the tent, and she looks back and she sees Asir standing there, just like, you coming or what?
you
need
coming
cleaned
to
up.
get your cloak back?
No, she says you need to get cleaned up.
Azir slowly walks to the opening of the
Something
tent,
tells
and
me she doesn't mean with soap and water.
no, and Azir just asks for his cloak back.
So she's standing there. She's standing there and takes it off. Very slowly walks up and hands it to you and says, "You sure that's all you want?"
I grab it, I put it
A
on,
little skank
and
ass
close its
booty.
Yeah.
Wait, what's that?
So I put it on, and I back out of the tent and just close it and go, see you later. Good night.
You hear something slam inside the tent. Sounds like some metal on metal, and you realize, oh yeah, she did have a mess kit in there.
Metal on metal.
Yeah, like a mess kit. Like she picked something up and slammed it.
Oh.
Kind of pissed off. You got your cloak back.
Yeah.
Points for I see her.
So I'm just kind of like, brushing it out.
Get the skate cooties off.
Zibble gives a dragging smile before slinking back into her tent. She looks over at Leo and Fia's tent, but kind of like in good time. Right now, tired as hell. Everybody's tired as hell.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't want to go to sleep yet though, and I don't want to wait too long. Let me just respond to Lumi real quick.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's still out.
Yeah, she's having issues with her connection.
With that said, Merc says that Aesir, you should get some rest. I will keep watch. And
And I'll go to the. I'll just.
he climbs the tree a little bit. He gets about 15 feet up, and he just starts going. His head acting as a surveillance camera for the camp.
Infrared surveillance, CCTV and everything.
Yeah.
Alright, so. Yeah, she's having issues. I just told her that we've already started. Just hop on in.
Yeah.
So. I want to first. I mean, I want to give it, a few minutes, but I want to go over. Moving around this mud here, because that shit is filthy. And, I want to go over
Don't
to
say
their
that about
tent.
Mother Nature. Mother Nature is nice.
And I want to ask for Kaneros. Like, outside the tent. Like, are you still up?
Okay. You hear some shuffling.
Damn.
You hear
That's
some
too far
shuffling,
away.
and Kanero says, "Come on."
Come on. I was like, come on, what?
Come on in.
And could you bring it like 60 feet 40 feet closer to me so I can read
No.
lips?
Well, they're inside the tent.
Yeah.
Can you
Yvonne-
bring it
I can't make
outside?
Yvonne
Can you make it
is
a public event outside?
Yvonne is covering Maya in bandages, very carefully. Kaneros is there, shirt off.
Why are you doing this to me?
Well, he's getting ready for bed, so he's like taking off his robes and
Check
stuff like that,
that.
and he looks back and he goes, "How can I be of service?"
Well, I wanted to make sure that Maya was alright. And the, Zibble and Asir, they're really close-knit with us. And I think that they should know about Maya. They won't spill it, but they're the ones that are sticking with us for most of this. And they're the ones that are also going to be protecting you guys if need be. I know that you might not need protection, but you might not need protection from just fighting.
I missed part of that because I was answering chat.
I was saying that pretty much I think Asir and Sybil should know because they are the closest to us.
Okay.
And they're going to be going everywhere with us and them. The others I don't care.
And Azir totally didn't save everyone's lives in Lace Crossing.
I know.
He goes, "I plan to let everybody know what she is, but I do not want them to know that we're fleeing from the Laurentian Empire. If you can truly trust Asir and Zibble, you can explain to them in private what we're doing, but the rest cannot know."
The rest, I
Because-
don't care about the rest. Just Asir and Zibble. They're the closest to me.
Alright. Is that all? She'll be fine. She's gonna be out for a few days, but she'll be fine.
Okay, what was the other thing? Now that we know a little bit more, though, about your current situation, I'm sure that our teamwork will be a lot better, too. So, any more attacks happen and stuff, it should be going a lot smoother. So, but I'm glad everything went okay this time.
You're
Maya.
you're mistaken in my truthfulness being niceness. We're not buddy-buddy.
I know we're not.
So you can go back to your tent, and that's all.
Oh, shit.
I'm not worried about it. Because I know a secret. I know a secret. Na, 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 na. Alright, first one I see. Zibble's in the tent, so it's you, Asir.
And
Are
he's
you
like,
up
just
the
so you know,
tree?
he's got
No.
he's got, no, he's on the ground, he's got his sword out. the dragon one. He's kind of just leaning against it, sleeping.
He's pulling a guts move.
Oh man,
Yeah.
whenever Guts almost died. Is that the one?
Spoilers.
Sorry.
No, I'm just kidding.
All right. I want to go over to Sybil's tent and see if she's still up.
She is not. She is out cold, and Mordendeer has a banana poking her cheek.
Oh my God, Mordendeer.
Hey, woo! Yeah, sorry.
That could be counted as very offensive.
I get bored. I can't help it. And I mean, you know.
Don't go poking things with long, curved things.
Since when did
this is a banana.
Since when does he sound like that cop from Sin City?
I don't know.
Jackie
just
Boy.
Go poking things with
Close enough
bananas.
to the northern
The
accent.
Brooklyn.
Yeah,
So-
Brooklyn. Close enough. I can't get it right every time. I mean, you know, I just bored.
All right. Well, both of them are sleeping, so I'm gonna let them.
Speaking of
sleep.
poking people, y'all gotta stop that in y'all tent too. Then I can't poke nothing. I saw that one time y'all had that lantern on. He's poking you with something.
Back to my tent without saying anything.
Suddenly, Leo has
He's-
horns.
Brings out the devil in him.
Hey.
So I will let.
Is that some kind of like new cologne made by Vicks?
Bring out the devil.
I will let Leo know that we can tell Zibble and Asir. But Knuris is also saying something other in the morning, and he was an ass to me.
He's an ass.
I know. I know he doesn't like me, but I'm glad that he told you what was going on. He didn't look at me the entire time. But he had a shirt off in there.
Well, it is his tent. Would you like it?
Problem solved.
Throws his shirt
My
off.
turn is done. Go to someone else now, please.
All right. Well, basically it's a seer because Zibble is KO.
What I think Azir's basically passed out at this point after vigorously stabbing that spider in the face.
Okay.
Got a workout from it.
You know, casting Witch Bolt and everything.
So I might add that it's very shaded at all times because a lot of light doesn't reach the forest floor, the jungle
Yeah.
floor.
Ooh,
So,
this place
so
is
the
huge.
night is very, very dark and full of terror.
Oh god.
And
Dermatologist Hadar.
the morning glow kind of begins to seep through, but that's not all that it brings. It brings a particular stench.
The yucky
Oh,
bug
that's right.
carcasses.
Look at all
Those bugs and the humidity
Ew.
Ew,
overnight
gross.
have grown just nasty, and Merc has no sense of smell.
I have
But-
no sense of smell either because I have that pendant.
Ooh.
Yes.
You have like resistances or
Yeah,
whatever.
as you smell
Yeah.
it, but you do have a sense of smell. It's just you can.
It's like an air
you
filter.
can elect to have it.
So, I
Oh my
choose to.
God.
I choose. Yeah, okay. I ain't smelling this.
First thing
And
Frida
just- it
does
just
when she
spurts up.
wakes It's like, oh
spurts
god,
up
what
perfume.
died? Yeah, no, your perfume is the Sex Panther from Anchorman.
Which works 60% of the time, 100% of the time.
Yeah. Oh, gross. Ew.
Jesus bread.
Lemnis bread.
So
Oh no, Jesus biscuits. That's it.
you've noticed that these spores have just like nobody else notices this because they're not on a tent yet. But as soon as you wake up and kind of like take a look around and see the carcasses, you realize that these spores have begun to like just multiply on them. There's mushrooms, small little tiny ones, like the smaller ones cover them almost in a thick
Small
fur.
ones, big ones.
Yeah,
as big
it's
as your
almost a
head.
thick fur of mushrooms, and then there's some larger ones that stick out, and then towards where the carcasses are kind of piled on each other, you see some that are taller than you are.
So these things are decomposing everything real quick.
No. They're not decomposing really fast. It's just these spores have kind of like grown from within them, and the spores are feeding off of them.
That's
And they're
disgusting.
giving every now and then you'll see kind of like a poof as one
Oh my
releases
God,
a
that's
puff of
disgusting.
spore.
Oh yeah, okay, we gotta get out of here fast. We wouldn't
That's
want to
a
breathe this stuff
fungal.
in.
Yeah.
Crap.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, we gotta get out of here fast
Yeah,
because when we
since-
first played Prime,
Yeah. Well, since
bad
the
things
Oh my
happened.
God.
yeah. Since the smell hit you first, and you got to wake up and kind of see things. Yeah. I'll let you have first move with you and Merc. And it's just starting to turn towards a light to where you can kind of see where you're going. If you had normal vision, you have dark vision, so you can see no problem.
Okay, which way is the wind direction going? Can I like lick my finger
Dead wind.
Dead.
Nothing.
Okay. So we got a bit of time then to move.
Yeah, when they puff, it's just like
They go in a
emanates and bleh.
Okay, well, and tell Merc to like, if you can, find like a bit of spare cloth and kind of fan it in the opposite direction. Last thing we want is people breathing in these spores. So I'll go around waking everyone up, telling we better get moving now, unless you want to become a spore food.
Okay.
Time to boogie
So
on out.
Merc, just open. He doesn't do anything else. Like he doesn't do anything courteous. He just opens Zibble's flap.
He's just
and
opening
says,
things.
I need a cloth, and reaches down and just pulls her blanket off, and begins to fan. And you see the spores begin to drift that way.
Good.
And Zibble, like, meeps, I guess, is the correct term. Yelps, yeah. As she struggles to find her a cloth,
She
and like she
frills.
just like glances out. Yeah, she glances out, and she just goes, "What the hell?" And realizes like what's going on very quickly as she like peeks around and like she dives back in. Kaylee very lazily, like she's taking her good old time before he comes out. Fia, as you look out and you see Zibble go back in, you see that the side of her face is covered in banana. She hasn't realized yet.
It just like
Yeah.
Gross.
She gets dressed. You
The
hear some
banana
cursing.
bursted on
No.
her cheek.
You hear some cursing and just like some shouting, and then Mordendir gets like thrown out of the tent.
Yeah. And
And she
I am
cleans up
gonna
in
like
distress.
do the.
What? It was fun. I got bored. I can't help it.
yeah.
And everybody else is like getting ready very swiftly now, but Maya's being carried by Yvonne.
Oh my god, I feel so bad still. Cause Maya was so nice
Tents are
to
packed
me.
up.
I can almost laser her face off.
As
did.
Yvonne walks up, like getting close, she's very, very like giving a very angry look over to Fia, like she's just pissed at Fia. Kinnear says, "Just give it a rest. She had to do what she could to save her life. She didn't know."
Why am I still really low on HP? Did the night like take that much of a toll on
No,
Thea
you just
from
didn't.
Leo?
No, you just didn't restore it.
Can I?
Yeah, yeah. Just go ahead and
Okay.
if your HP isn't back to max, just go ahead and knock it back to max.
I'll do
I was like,
Zibbles.
what the hell did they do overnight?
Yeah,
that she's
okay.
losing HP.
Vigorous training.
Something new.
All right, I think that's everybody's back to normal. Yep, that's what it looks like. What I don't have is forgot to run something.
I have it going.
Yeah, but I have to have it going on my stream because
Oh, okay.
it shows. All right, that way in case anybody donates and they show a message, we'll see it. It's kind of important. All right,
Mm-hmm.
so everybody kind of gathers together.
And we will give shouts and kisses.
And they look to Aesir and go, "So which way are we supposed to go, Scout?
I must be right there.
Cartographer man?"
I already managed cartographer for this part, but when I did my first like perception check, did I spot out any places we could go the day before?
No, remember, all you had spotted was one of those
We had
holes.
come here like really late in the evening.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
had been traveling south.
Like we literally spawned here. So
Yeah, what it was is like you were going to travel south is what you
right,
guys were going
but
to
we
do.
got caught up with all
Yeah,
the
you were
going
going to go in the direction this is pointing. But yeah, like you had looked over this way and spotted the hole.
Mm-hmm.
But effectively, you were still dead center there.
Yeah. What we can do is me and you are going to team up. Since I'm a scribe, I can go ahead and actually cartography out those things, or whatever that word is.
Yep. So in that case, then I'll explain it out to you as you jot it down.
Yeah. And we need to find a real
Me too.
base camp here. Like a big
Hang on a second.
area.
I have to pause the stream real quick, just really fast.
Okay. Oh, was your screensaver on or something?
No, it wasn't on. It's just, there's that. There we go. All right, we're back. I noticed that at the bottom, the Windows taskbar is still showing and all that crap, so that got rid of that. Yeah, there we
Okay.
go.
You could've just moved it.
No, I forgot my displays. I
Oh,
forgot to
Yeah,
swap
you
them for tonight.
switch it for gaming.
Yeah, for game, I have to swap my displays. Okay, we're back. We're good. It was just a minor quick fix.
Okay, yep.
Take time
So-
at or take mark at a time.
No, I don't have to
Yeah,
add that
I
up.
did it.
It's all good.
Okay.
So, can I do a perception check to scout out somewhere south or north? Figure out if there's any flatter area we could possibly traverse now if I climb up and to where Merc was the other night on the tree.
Yeah, you actually, if you get your climber's kit out, you can get a better view by climbing further. You guys didn't have a whole lot of time to work with last time because you
Right.
had the mud to deal with, then you had the on-keg, then you just needed a break.
Yeah, it's a fresh day now,
So,
so
yeah.
the
It's
first
early on.
thing to do is scout.
So you get your climber's kit out, give me a climb check, which is athletics.
Yay.
And you have advantage on it. Alright, so you climb up, you spend about 10... I would say about 10-15 minutes climbing. And then I need a perception check, and of course you have advantage on that.
Can I take the 28?
As I'm saying, you have advantage
Yeah.
on it, so. So you look about visibility because of the low light and this kind of like dense, humid air kind of makes a fog. You only see out for maybe about 3 miles in any direction. Of course, towards the tree being blocked because you're on it. I mean, you can kind of like navigate around and take some time to look. You end up keeping an ear out more than anything, and it's oddly quiet, like dead quiet. As you look about, you spot maybe a dozen or so of those holes, like the on-keg had come out of, mostly towards the south. There's about 5 or 6 of them just towards the south alone, and they're kind of like evenly spaced between the other prime directions. As far as wildlife goes, you spot a few more of those large deer. Kind of, they move. You see movement through the underbrush, and then there'll be a small opening, and you'll catch a glimpse at one of them. But they move very, very quietly. Like I said, you can't really hear anything right now.
That's gotta be.
But since you only have about 3 miles of visibility in either direction, there's really nothing else to spot other than just more forest.
Yeah.
More of
And
this
the
tall
fog
jungles.
is all flat, basically, from where I am.
Well, it's not that it's like a low-lying fog. It's just that as you see further and further out, the humidity is so dense
Yeah.
that you just can't see after a certain distance.
Okay.
There's
Well,
literally just that much water in the air.
I'll tell them about the on-cake holes, and that we should go in the opposite direction of them, and make our way back down clockwise.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay. So you feel very confident that you can bypass the on-keg holes, or if you wanted to, Fia has the ability to close them off if you can get the drop on them.
Not too many of them.
Yeah, but
How
if
many
you're
you-
going
okay.
up by mountain, one of them. Basically, what we'll do
I can close off one a day.
is You have. I'm going to use these squares that are right here. Nope, you can't have that.
Oh, that's your notebook?
Yeah. So, there are like half a dozen down this way. As you're looking towards the south, there's one out towards the east and another kind of like that. There's one about right there. There's one that's kind of close by, maybe about a mile and a half away. And then there's one that's right there, and then another one right there. So there's like an open gap here where there aren't any for maybe a mile and a half in that direction. And you have maybe about a mile here, then half a mile spaces these out.
Okay. We'll go in the direction that doesn't have any and
You
work
need
our
a
way
heart of
around.
death.
Yeah, we'll go to the place where it doesn't have any, and we'll work our way around closing them.
Yeah,
Well, how many can you close a day?
one.
Okay,
One.
so she can only close one. So basically, you get back down and explain everything. Explain that to everybody. To the camp. Kaniros
Yep.
announces what Maya is. He doesn't explain why she's with him or anything like that. He simply says that she's very important to the Laurentian Empire. She's very important to me. That is a side effect of what she is. Something awakens that side of her. We have to make sure that we stop her, but not with deadly force. And he glances over, gives Fia a death stare. Yvonne does the same. And everybody's just kind of like, good enough explanation for them. So they're kind of like, yeah, whatever.
I'm not
Can I
saying
give
this
her-
out loud. My hand is up. But if something's trying to kill me, I'm not going to use non-lethal.
Would it, if I gave her one of my healing potions, would it speed up her how fast she would wake back up again, or?
Mm-mm.
Nah. Nah.
No. This is. I assume you actually asked something similar in game, and Kaniros explains that this is a side effect of what she is. That when this kind of power is expended and abruptly ends, it drains her physically. So now,
Oh, wow,
now Fia,
okay.
you realize that it wasn't just your scorching ray that
Yeah.
knocked her out.
It's not my fault.
It was also the fact that its abrupt end
She hulked
cost
out. That's all.
its abrupt end cost her some damage as well. All right.
We need a lullaby.
So you want to go and this
We're
direction
going to
is what you say.
go east.
Yep.
Like northeast, yeah.
Or you want to go like this.
Northeast.
Well, we'll go to
Oh,
wherever
wait.
the direction the
Yeah.
open space is.
I think it was straight east, wasn't it?
Directly east had the least. It's the path of least resistance, with
That way.
one being right there. So if you guys
Yep.
went like that.
That
Okay.
way.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys are going to trek east.
We need to set up a good base first, and then we'll go out and close these things off.
So you guys move into this territory throughout the day. It takes to move. Basically, it's a mile and a half to get into the next territory, and then another mile and a half to get to the center of that territory. What happens as you guys get close is that I have to just flat out delete all the things.
Ah!
And we're going to go more for drawing here this time around.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
And I'm going to expand the map further. Let's be 50 by 50. Just keep in mind that it's all
Whoa.
difficult
It is.
terrain.
Ginormous.
Whoa.
Huge map.
I'm worried. I'm scared.
So, you guys keep venturing until you get to a lake. I'm just going to draw the edge of the lake kind of loosely here.
Okay. Ooh, this is a huge lake.
Can't go under it. Can't go
Each of those
through it.
squares are 10
To go.
foot, right?
Over.
I don't remember. Let me check. I don't remember if it was 5 or 10. I can't see that.
That was 70.
What's that?
That
Yeah,
was
it's roughly
70
10.
So 10
Yeah.
feet? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So each square is 10 feet. Yes.
Oh my god.
So this.
Wait.
That's gonna bug me. Stay in the lines. All right, there we go. So this is a lake area. Just want to make sure it's abundantly clear where the lake is. There.
Look at the water textures, they flow. Oh, next gen graphics.
Actually, I'm going to continue to use my trees here. So you guys had to kind of like go around the spores that the Ankeg were creating.
Yep. Because they're gross and disgusting. Wait, the Onkeg were creating.
The
Like
Ankeg are
that they were
nasty.
not that they were like actively creating, but you know the ones that were being spawned.
I was gonna
on
say
them.
if that's how they reproduce, oh my god, GG.
Nope. That JPG. Nope.
And we can't kill them, we have to bury them alive.
I have to burn them.
That's it.
The whole forest might catch fire.
Oh, it'll
This
clear
is
it
a-
out, everything
this
out
is
for
a
us
huge
though.
ass forest.
No, that's what we should do. We should just set something on fire, leave, come back a week later, see if it's all burnt and cleared out.
Okay. This is Skyrim modded, actually. It's modded. Got some sweet effects going on with it.
You got the 8K by 8K textures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You're going to expend a spell to cause the Ankeg hole to collapse in on itself, correct?
What? I already did that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're going to do that.
I had done
Again?
that
The
yesterday.
new one. No, the new one.
The new one. There's a new one?
Yeah, you said you were going to do that. Like you guys were heading in that direction.
With no Ankeg holes.
Oh, I thought you were going to close one. Okay, cool.
No.
So we'll make this.
I can do one a day, but I want to save it until the end of the day.
That's fine. So then
Don't
you guys.
scare me.
No, I just wasn't sure. There's miscommunication there. All right. Go and grab all the people.
Look at all
Oh, people.
Da, 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 da. I don't know the rest of the song.
All right.
But it has him on a piano.
Yeah. Oh my god, we're tiny. I'm zoomed out like all the way. Okay,
Yeah,
let's zoom in a
same.
little bit here.
My tiny icon.
So you stop before you get to that lake over there.
Yeah.
And as you look out over the lake, it goes on and on and on. On the other side of the lake, the trees look about that big. You see them peeking out over the horizon.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So
This thing is
Big ass lake.
huge.
Yeah.
In prime?
yeah. So you is the viewer battles thing still up? What? Nope, it's not up. First time, I still have the goal as the viewer battles.
Oh.
Oopsies. That's just what it's called. Okay. Normally I stream Hearthstone on Sundays, but I'm not going to be this Sunday because Mother's Day.
I get a day off to do whatever I want.
Alright, so
Yay.
anyways, what you do see as you look towards the north is a large cliff face. Here you estimate it to possibly be about half a mile tall.
Oh, god damn.
Yeah, it plateaus off. A massive waterfall pours down from it and into this lake.
So I'll.
I mean, I'm trotting everything down. I'm making a map pretty much.
See, I'm worried that there might be, like, prime-sized crocodiles or something in the water. And as much as I want to go check it out, I'm worried
You're
something
worried
like...
about I'm worried about the fish.
Yeah, I'm worried something, anything that will come out of the water and try to snap me up.
The minnows here might be the size of 3 of us.
Yeah. So, I think we'll hold steady where we are.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we need. I mean,
Unless someone wants to come
Check
with
out-
me to check out the water.
check out the general area. You don't really have to go too close to anything that you don't want to.
Mark
But
Yep.
will,
if we're gonna set up a base
Bori
camp
will.
here, then we need to really make sure this area is secure.
and the halflings will.
Go, my
So-
minions.
Go forth and investigate.
Death minnows.
Oh my God.
Death minnows.
Yeah! So, I just felt like doing it to make myself feel better.
All right. Well, they kind of walk on up. They also make some checks. All right. Bori crit succeeds. She looks out over the water and points something out. You see a maybe 80-foot by 30-foot shadow just gracefully swimming under the surface, not coming near the shore. As you kind of step a little closer to see what it is, it looks like it would be some sort of large serpent.
Lord save us.
It's a basilisk.
We need to find out what that is, because if we don't know what's in this
No,
area...
no.
Mark, what are you doing?
Look, it might be the thing from Star Wars on
Mark, you
Dagobah.
can't
Don't do it.
swim. You're metal. Mark!
He puts like the
The
Mario.
two of them
He
go
puts the metal
standing.
Mario cap on.
The two of them go to stand at the water's edge trying to get a better look because they see Bori pointing it out, but they just can't quite see it. And so they step into the water's edge and immediately just splash in.
Why?
Doden
It's the,
slips back out because they crit failed. Doden slips back out because he can swim. Merc can swim too, really good.
Going down.
Downwards.
How deep is that? He's 10 foot in the water. How deep?
It's deep. He's going. Only a
He can
sheer
climb
Bori
back down, I'm
Bori
sure.
rushes. Bori rushes.
Why
Splash.
do I have to have idiots scouting the
Okay.
area?
what I do is I get some rope.
He looks like he's right there at the surface. And so
But
does
he's not, is
Bori.
he?
Bori dives in and she's right there at the surface as well.
What it is, I'm gonna get some rope. I'm gonna tie my warhammer to it
Okay.
and let it go down to
Okay.
give him something to hang on.
So
Yeah.
and it splashes, and you can see the rope is giving way, like you can feel it giving way and sinking really fast, just as fast as Merc is, but it looks like it's right there at the surface.
Shit. So is this like the kind of water that's really heavy when you go in it? So this is like that Samurai Jack episode all over again.
Oh my god, I know which one you're talking about. Vex hasn't
Probably
seen Samurai
first
Jack. We need to.
I have seen it. Okay, I've seen it. I
You
just haven't seen
haven't
all of the
completed it.
episodes.
So, do I feel anything on the rope? Anyone grabbing it or anything?
Mm-mm. But it's steadily giving way. You've lost about 15 foot of rope so far.
What about Bori? Is Bori? What's happening there?
She looks like she's swimming right next to Merc.
Oh my god.
The water's crystal clear. You can easily see the bottom.
And what's at the bottom? Is it scary looking? Or is it just rock?
No, it looks like kelp and foliage and stuff.
Does it look like there's anything swimming towards him?
Mm-mm.
God damn it. But what does it look like Bori's doing right now? Swimming towards him?
Yes, it looks like she's heading, like, she's right next to him. She's still swimming downwards, but she's, like, right next to him.
So I'm going to start leading the rope closer to Merc and Bori.
How are you doing that?
Like walking along the shore. with
You know,
the
yeah,
rope.
you walk along
Okay.
and just let it, yeah.
I gotta just go put you
Kind
right
of
there.
like scissor it through the water.
Okay. They both, like, they kind of notice it now, and Bori begins swimming upwards to it. It looks like she could reach it.
But she can't, so
And
I can
she's
go.
like, she's
Come on.
trying. She's trying to reach it, but she just can't.
Come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on.
And
I tell-
she's now reaching above her head. But it looks like it's right next to her, and she's reaching above her head. Merc is just going.
Freaking Merc.
This.
So I go tell, what was the redheaded kid's name again? Oh,
Hopley.
Halfling.
Hopley.
I tell him to go get Zibble and Fear and bring him right back here. I need them now.
Oh gosh, as he breaks the speed of light.
Terrifying.
You guys light speed.
He goes light speed and creates a black hole. So he rushes
You're
over
too
and
slow.
he asks for help, in which everyone comes running except for Yvonne and Maya and
Oh, good,
Kamiros.
because I have no helping spells.
Oh, you can make fire
I
or an
can make
earthquake.
fire.
Alright, you guys gotta
Can
look
I
at
go?
Zibble
Can
spells.
anyone cast light or something? You know?
Well, light won't help here.
Drowning within 10 foot outwards of water.
Kylie creates a small barrier in the water where she thinks that they are. And she's
But
like,
they're not.
They're not there. She lets the barrier go, some air bubbles come up, and they're just not there.
Okay. Yeah, I hand the rope
Leo.
to
Sorry. Leo goes, has anybody looked in the water? And he just plunges his head into it. And he comes back up and just like, that's deep. That's real deep. I can't see them in there.
Right, I go to Kaylee and tell her to cast barrier on me. Keep it up as long as possible because I'm gonna have to go in.
Okay. Hold on to the rope.
And I give the rope to Zibble as I jump in.
Okay, so you jump in, you dive in, and Bori is just barely in sight. Like, she's probably down 40 feet right now.
Shit. And the rope only made it how far?
The rope it's still just shy of her. It's about 10 feet shy of her. She's trying to swim up to get it, but she's sinking. And
So as I'm swimming down, I tug on it to let Zibble know to give it more slack to get it to Bori quicker.
yeah, but it's still falling at roughly the same speed. As you continue to swim down, you feel yourself speeding up.
Oh shit! I knew it was this kind of water.
Guess what I could do?
What can you do?
I could detect thoughts to those people who are drowning.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not doing it. I'm just saying. That's all I can do. Oh, I'm helping. Okay. Tell me your last words.
Shit. Merc is. This looks weird.
Delicious.
Merc is
Gotta
out
swim
of sight.
fast.
Merc is out of sight. To you guys, Merc disappears into the kelp.
Oh no.
Could
I
you
just
tell
passed-
it? Get message?
And I was debating on choosing haste or slow. And I picked slow.
Yep. All right. So there's more slack
Okay.
in the rope now, and I assume you kind of like now that you're getting heavier. If you're holding onto the rope, you're pulling it faster.
Yeah.
All right. So Bori is struggling with all her might and finally clings on to the hammer at the end of the rope.
Okay. Would the barrier around me be big enough for Bori to get some air?
Possibly.
Okay.
You might have to
How
swap
far?
with her.
And keep changing back and forth. Alright, so how far away am I from Bori now?
You are about 50 feet away from Bori now.
50.
She's sinking faster than you are.
God damn. And is there some way I can? Nah. I can't. I don't have message or anything. I can't.
I'm reading
Damn it.
up Zibble's things right now.
You get bardic inspiration or something. If that help.
Zibble can vicious mockery somebody.
Like that's gonna help.
Bori's clinging now. Have you pulled the rope to tell him to pull up?
Oh yeah.
Alright. So, Zibble begins to pull up, Who else was supposed to be pulling up?
I'll
Anyone who
help.
wants to help.
Okay. Well, Fia jumps over to help start pulling up, and so does everybody else. Everybody starts piling on. Even Kylie is like piling on to help pull up. It takes everyone to begin pulling just you and Bori up.
Oh my god.
So heave ho. Oops.
Stay at the dwarf. Let's go.
As you continue to work down towards Bori and provide her the much needed barrier.
CPR, Daniel.
No, she held her breath long enough. It's only been a few rounds.
That
it hasn't
girl's
been a full
got
minute.
some
Yeah,
lungs,
it hasn't been a
man.
full minute. Yeah, it wasn't a full minute.
Yeah,
So-
but
You can hold
That's
your breath
scary.
for a minute.
I can't hold my breath. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, anyways, as you're getting pulled up, you begin to see Merc come into view.
I was about to say, he's just...
He could climb
slowly-
easy.
He's
Merc
slowly
doesn't have to
climbing the
breathe.
side of this.
Merc is a construct. He's fine.
So you're being slowly pulled up. Something tells you to look behind you. Roll perception.
Oh no. Why?
Okay.
Why, you
No,
guys?
that's we'll say.
You knew about the
I knew
minnows.
this. I knew this would happen.
You knew that there were
I see
killer
the sh-
minnows in there.
I see the shit out of this thing.
You look back, something tells you, because you're in deep water, it's just like that feeling you get, like, even if you're in a pool, like, ah, crap, there's a shark in the pool, get out!
Oh
Yep.
my god, I hate that feeling. Like
Yeah.
there's a crocodile in the bathtub.
Yeah, so you look behind you, expecting the worst. You expect to see that giant serpentine thing. Instead, you see the side of what looks to be a 50-foot long by 40-foot wide, just fat fish.
Is it like a
Swimming away.
sunfish?
It's just swimming away. No. It's like,
Is it that thing from Super Mario 64 that eats you? It's got like the glasses.
no. It's just like,
Oh, so it's like a barracuda. Don't tell me this is gonna be like Finding Nemo all over again.
Oh, okay, like one of those guys.
Oh, it's a big sunfish.
Oh my god, does it have teeth? Oh my god, please don't tell me it has a little light on its head. Please. Does it have a light on its head? Oh god. Tony!
Oh, yeah.
You make it look so friendly! Why?
hey guys. And it turns. It was inspecting things. And as it turns, you realize that there were several more behind it.
Oh, shit.
And they swarm towards.
Oh my god! Daniel, it's piranhas.
Big ass piranhas.
Yeah. Big.
Are they that size? Like, is that the scale? Is that 50 foot? That's more than 50 foot.
Oops.
Good, it's disintegrating.
That's like 65 feet.
Ah, dagnabbit.
Die piranhas,
Oh my
don't.
God.
No.
Oh, let me select more than. Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. No, if it was.
That thing's like...
Let me
Da,
get
da,
it.
da, 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 da.
One,
Yeah, that
2,
thing's
3,
50 foot,
4,
that's-
5. And plus a fan. And then
Oh, but that's
30 feet.
also-
Yeah, that's
it's
exactly the
within-
scale.
That,
It's
oh my
within-
God.
It's also within legal fishing limits. It's the correct size to fish.
Look at this thing. Fia is like almost as big as its eyeball.
So it's exactly to scale. That was unintentional. I drew it perfectly to
Oh
scale.
my god.
And it's beelining along with like 3 others directly towards you.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I slowly
Tug the
pull out my
rope!
sword.
Tug the rope!
Yeah, I tug it to go faster, and I pull out the dragon sword since it's lighter.
Let me align
Um,
this for how you guys really. How deep you are, I guess I should say.
How deep are we?
We're so deep, man.
1, 2, 3.
We don't need to go any deeper.
There we go. That's about how deep you are.
Oh,
And-
Okay,
So-
so we're now using it as like a vertical scale.
Yeah.
Okay, yep.
Okay.
And he's somewhere like that.
Oh my god.
Actually, it's more realistic, something like that.
Can I do an athletics check to make us go faster?
You could try climbing the rope yourself, but Bori would also have to do the same.
Or can she like
She can
you know
athletics.
grab on like how we were doing on the Turask? You know, she just
Oh,
grab
she can
onto
grab
me.
onto you? Yeah, yeah.
Yep. So we do that.
Bori backpack.
Athletics.
Yeah, Bori backpack.
Disadvantage.
Come on.
13. You struggle to pull yourself up through this heavy water with Bori on your back and don't make any progress.
Heave ho, heave ho.
You pulled up 10 feet. Merc climbs 10 feet. Merc looks back. He looks up.
And I've got
They
my sword
are
out
about
ready.
30 feet away by now. Like, they... darting through the water.
I'm just saying, I'm holding it out so one of them will swim straight into it and impale its face on it.
It might impale its gut on it because it's gonna swallow you whole.
That too.
All of them have their mouths open. They're beelining directly to here. You guys
Oh,
see
can I
these fish
can I
out there
cast? Ooh, as I get closer. Let's see, cantrips. Can I cast Ray of Frost on the water as like and as it to make it freeze like a giant long spear?
Kind of, sort of.
Nature does that shit.
Yeah.
Kind of, sort of. You know how cold it has to get and how fast it has to get that cold.
Yeah.
So, like,
It's pretty deep water.
yeah,
And it
but
was pretty
it's
cold.
just the ice will begin to just kind of like float up. Is the thing.
Come on, Tony, give me something.
I'm giving you something, Merc.
Well, it's got a range of 60 feet, so
Merc, why do you have to do this, Merc? No,
Merc lets his eyes glow brightly.
do not. You are not a Geodude.
Geo.
Oh, is
Geo.
he gonna start fishing with electricity? Just
And
zap all the fish in the water.
if you take your hands off to cast Ray of Frost, you risk losing grip with Bori holding on to you and everything like that. So you can still cast it.
Oh,
I'm just
but-
letting you know the risk.
But couldn't I cast it through the sword?
Wait, if it's
You
not,
can't cast with the weapon you're holding.
if it's not somatic, you
damn
can
it.
put your sword away and only cast with like one hand, isn't it?
Right. That's the thing. He has to put the
But
sword
he
away
has
to
a
do it.
sword.
Like, yeah.
Okay, I want to do it then. I'll keep my hand on the sword and the other on the rope and climbing up.
Well, I was about to say, like, you're not able to climb right now with the sword out.
Oh,
Yeah, you got to put the sword up to do anything. You need both hands to climb to speed it up any. Merc kind of like goes sideways and pushes off the side wall, heading beelining for the big fish, and he reaches down at his chest piece
Merc, wait. Oh my god, I can't.
and he takes it out, and he's basically about to get swallowed whole by the fish, and goes. There's a massive explosion underwater.
He didn't toss the gem or anything. He didn't do a Baymax.
He used the gem to cause the explosion. The force of it begins to push you guys upwards, and all the people up on shore kind of fall back with the release. And I need a Constitution save from you, Aesir. Alright.
Can I do it? I'm gonna add a hero point.
Alright.
I always get so low. This is bullshit.
No, you got a 22 if you had advantage. Hey, there you go.
But I don't have advantage. That's the thing.
When the blast hits and pushes you up, it pushes you into the side wall as well. But you don't take any sonic damage, you don't get deafened or anything like that. The fish that are nearby immediately go belly up.
Damn it, Merc.
There's no sign of Merc from the explosion, and as you guys look up at the shore, and then slowly fish bellies come up. But it pushed you guys high enough that you can finish swimming the rest of the way onto the shore on the plateau. It all looked like that happened in about 7 feet of water to you guys on shore.
I get back up and I want to do a perception check, see if I can find any bits of Merc left. Yes.
You see some pieces of metal sinking down into the kelp, and several lumps of tangled branches and vines surface right about here. And they're very slowly coming to shore because of the bubbles that were released by the explosion. They're just drifting to the shore.
Far out.
I'm over here making sure that they're okay.
No, don't. You can't say that. That's mean.
I am gonna reach over there and slap the shit out of you.
And I thought him getting squashed in a dream was bad.
Yeah, maybe what you dreamed was just the order of people dying.
Do not Final Destination this.
Because he was the first to go.
And then was the other 4 comrades that got squished by the rock. And who? Look at this. Don't you do that shit.
Mind.
Don't you do that.
Mind,
That
Miss
is-
Upperies.
No. I will throw my owl mug at you. Look at this.
Who?
This is big.
Yeah, I got
It's
a big
still
one too.
full of coffee.
So's mine.
How could this happen to me? Made my mistakes.
So those giant nasty fishes drift a belly up, and some of Merc's tangle vine drifts ashore and through small waves. And Leo, those in the back didn't quite see what happened. It's just like, where's Merc? What the hell caused that?
After I make sure that Leo and Bori are not...
Zibble's on her knees
Leo,
sobbing
but
at this
is
point in
here-
time.
Huh?
Zibble's on her knees sobbing.
Come here, bestie.
She gives the hugs. Leo's just like, no.
I'm going up and down the shore collecting the bits that washed up.
Hashtag bring back Merc.
It's pretty bad whenever you have a legit moment of silence in this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. We
At least he went out with a bang. How much
Daniel.
XP did that get us?
None.
smacking you through this computer, I swear.
Me?
Yeah, because you said he went out with a
Me?
bang.
Yeah.
Well, better than being squashed.
Yeah. Or roasted.
And don't tell me a bit of his forearm washes up like it did. That's like
no,
in the
the
dream.
metal
I saw.
bits have sunk. All you're catching is the debris that was not covered in
Ah,
metal.
the wood.
I'm bringing Girly back this way. Trying my best to console her. I don't know what else to do.
Mordendir's talking to somebody.
Can I read his lips?
Yes, but it's in a language you don't understand.
That's freaking him and his abyssal.
Would I notice it?
No, it's really quiet. Like, I mean, yeah, you notice that he's talking. You don't hear what he's saying.
So can I cast Comprehend Language and Detect Thoughts?
Mm-hmm. So you cast both of those spells. Make sure to mark if they're above level 1.
I will mark.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, let her know. Yeah. Alright. That's crazy what you did, man. I will. I'm on the side of light this time, my friend. Alright.
Who's he talking to? Is that Merc he's talking to? Wait,
Well,
don't talk, man.
I guess it proves you guys do have souls.
Oh, shit.
Alright. Carry on, my friend. Carry on. And he comes back, and he begins to tell Zibble what's going on. He whispers very quietly in her ear hole, which is behind her head flap. But you're detecting thoughts, and you can basically catch that he's thinking about Merc, and he's saying that basically Merc wishes to pass on that he is sad that their bodies are incompatible for this life, but perhaps in the next
Aww.
they will be as one.
Roll over. Try not to cry. Cry a lot.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to speak with you again.
What's the song by Nine Inch Nails, Drifting into the Water?
It's by the water too.
This is gonna be the entire campaign, guys. Just watching us cry on camera.
Yep. Meanwhile, Fish be like,
Bloop, bloop. Oh my god, you're such an ass!
alright, there we go.
But
That
they
lightens
died
up the
as well,
situation a
though,
little bit.
so stalemate.
Yep, she's not here to experience them, but she will be able to catch it on
Oh
YouTube.
my god.
It's gonna hit her like a truck when
Yep.
she finds out.
Oh my god. And she's studying for her finals right now. She's stressed out enough. Alright, so...
Antonio, out of character. Those fish, if Merc hadn't detonated himself,
Mhm.
would we have been able to fight him, or they would have just destroyed us?
I think
Well-
there would have been 3 dead people.
You would have caused some damage to them, but mostly because they would be shitting out metal.
Yeah. They'd have hemorrhoids.
No,
Alright.
because of that big explosion, it caused their internal bladders, their air bladders, to combust.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Which is kind of what happens whenever you cause an explosion underwater near a bunch of fish. That's why they all suddenly go belly up.
Float.
They're not dead yet. They're going to be dying soon.
Yeah, because they can't
They just,
do the fish thing.
Suffer!
yeah, they're just swimming upside down at the surface.
Not even gonna mercy kill them.
They're just drifting about upside down.
I think that we should hook them and cook them.
How are you going to do that?
I can create a bonfire.
How are you going to catch them?
How far are they out?
Meanwhile,
Way out in the
Meanwhile,
water?
Leo's looking over at Isir and Bori and goes, "You two good?"
I checked them.
I just kind of like look and nod towards him and
All right. Well,
keep looking back down at the water.
he goes, and both of you are dried off. Your clothes are dry.
I need to be doing that every like 30
cat,
seconds to Lumi.
immediate cat fro.
Oh my gosh. There you go.
All right. So what you doing? It's getting closer towards the evening, but it's well, I mean, yeah, you guys had to travel all day just to get to this point, so it's getting closer to the evening.
I think I'm gonna bring Lumi back to where the other 3 are and see about trying to set up a camp in this area.
Okay.
Yeah, so I reckon we should make it here.
Where at?
Just here? In between these 3 trees.
There?
Yep.
Okay. I'm not gonna bother. Well, yeah, I might as well get a tent.
I'm gonna let everybody know that we need to camp a little closer together this time.
Now you have the problem of dealing with this without a night watch. A guaranteed, always awake night watch.
Those tents can't, not that close to that water. What if someone stumbles out
Well-
in the middle of the night to go pee and falls in?
Well, what I'll do is I'll sleep until it starts to get dark, around about like 5 p.m. or something,
Okay.
and then I'll be up for the rest of the night.
So what have we learned? Get a cleric. Prepare water walking.
And 2, don't even go in the water.
Hang on, I'm going to need the tents fixed. Just remember, guys, to keep the population under control, always have your tent spayed and neutered.
Leo,
I could have had water breathing too.
You could have. Should have, could have, would
I could have had so many spells, but I am not a wizard.
have. Alright. Leo will take the second watch. He'll take it with, actually, Bori and Hopley and Doden will all take the second watch. Leo won't.
Leo's sleeping alone tonight. I'm with Lumi. I'm with Zibble.
Okay.
Morndeer can go sleep with Leo.
No, he's hanging out with Zibble. He's the one who freaking delivered Merc's last message.
Yeah,
yeah, true.
that is true.
Might have helped these guys were. Aesir, you have your own tent.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah.
Has all of Merc's belongings in it.
No, he doesn't have. He never had a tent. So Aesir, as you're keeping watch, like as it's starting to get dark, you said you were going to go ahead and take a nap. Like
Yeah, before it starts to get too dark. Yeah.
Alright, so Bori and them. Well, actually, Bori and them will take the first watch, and you can take the second one.
You could erase that damn fish off the map. You're gonna leave it there as a memento?
Yeah, as a reminder. As you're looking out over the water, as everybody's out by the campfire, kind of since it's still light out, you can see out in the distance that the water has shimmering colors of greens and yellows as it begins to get darker and darker. That out towards the middle of the lake and beyond, the light actually rises up from the water. Like it's just that bright out
Oh
there.
my god, it's terrible.
And you see shimmers of things swing by as the lake seems to come to life as if it were daytime.
That is absolutely terrifying.
It's beautiful.
Not all that bioluminescent madness going on. I know what that shit is.
Meanwhile, underwater. Fish rave.
They're just having a big party down there.
No, Thea has a spell to create bonfires.
Mm-hmm.
And it produces basically that. So they don't have to actually harvest any firewood or anything.
Yeah.
Alright, so you take first watch. Give me a perception.
That's with advantage, isn't it? Since I have the sword.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, as you're chilling, looking out over the water, watching all kinds of stuff swim and have silhouettes and all that kind of stuff, you kind of peacefully look back up at the sky, and you realize there are no stars in the sky. It's just a dark, dark orange color, hinting on like low reds and stuff like that as it gets darker and darker. But it never gets fully dark.
That's scary.
And then your sword glows. It's just like a quick flash, and it causes you to kind of like glance about and kind of suddenly jerks upward in your hand. And it basically forces your arm to do this, and you realize that where it's pointing is a large, what seems to be a bird, flying directly towards the coast. You wouldn't have seen it normally, but the sword pointed it out for you, literally. Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Do I get a feeling from the sword that's a bad bird?
Well, I don't think it would have pointed it out otherwise.
Oh shit!
It seems to be coming straight for you.
Put out the fire. Put out the fire.
Yeah, I put out. No.
The spiders were attracted to that fire.
I know.
I would always make a new one.
That's the problem. So, can I wake everyone up as I put out the fire by telling them to stay in their tents?
Yeah, everybody stay in your tents. Immediately, all the
How
heads
far
peek
away?
out.
And how far away is the bird?
In that moment, in that like 6 seconds of you waking everybody up and telling them to stay in their in the tents, it's about 60 feet away. It's approaching very fast and it's swooping really low. Oh no, I'd say
Ray
about
of
100
frost
feet
to
away.
the-
Sorry, 100 feet away.
Oh. And it's definitely a bad bird.
From what it looks like, it's heading straight for you.
Okay, I think we should get behind a tree.
Okay, yeah, oh my god, how far away is the tree? Could I make that in time? 100 feet.
If you run. Run away! Perfect timing. Doesn't running like quadruple your movement?
No, you
Oh,
can
that
just
was in
spend two. Yeah,
Pathfinder.
you can just double your move by spending your whole turn moving that.
Yeah. My
So what I'm
movement
gonna do
speed
is-
is like 35 feet, so.
I'm gonna firebolt it in the face as it's coming towards us.
Okay, give me the roll for it. Or unless I have to have it make a roll.
Tell us to run.
I don't think it has to make a saving throw or anything, does it?
Firebolt.
No, by face.
Oh, 5 versus AC. The bolt catches a feather as it goes stray,
Oh god.
and it stops its sudden descent. You realize that where it had its talons out, it barely grazed one of the dead giant piranhas, and it started to lift out of water, but the firebolt caused it to veer sideways and dodge, and it drops the fish back down into the water, and then screeches out loudly as you realize it's this massive owl. And what you know about owls is, yes, they are hunters and stuff like that, but they are also scavengers. And you just pissed it off. It swoops back around and is now beelining to you. Specifically you.
Play that loop again? Run away!
Oh, man, I completely forgot about the fish because. Yeah. And so how far away is it now?
As it swoops away, it gets out about 160 feet away.
Alright. So I tell them there's a huge owl out there, and I'm gonna hide behind that tree over there. And I tell them it's not after you, it's after
Okay, go
it's
ahead
after
and
me.
Move behind the tree. I'm not worried about initiative because it's obvious. So you move behind the tree. Does anybody else do anything? Leo,
I am confused
Leo peeks
as
his head
shit.
out and he's just like... He doesn't really think it's going to do anything. He sees the fish in the water or whatever. He's just like, whatever. He doesn't realize what you did. The reason why
God,
everything
what?
is massive is this is a separate plane.
Yep.
This is... what is
Damn it,
beyond
Sword.
this.
You misled me.
So everything is massive. It's just this giant primal plane, aptly named Prime. What does Zibble and Fia do?
Well, you're with her now, Shanna, so.
Yeah, well, we're up right now. Can I do a perception?
Yeah.
A lot of good this is gonna do me. I got my groggy face on.
Yeah, you
guys.
don't see the owl.
I'll do
But you do
Zibble's then.
see Hopley, Doden, and Bori all firing crossbows. It seems as if one of them hits because you hear a screech.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, you know what? I hear a screech. Me and Zibble are gonna pop out and say what's going on. Well, I'm gonna pop out and say what's going on. Cause I don't know. And can I look over and see a seer's ass behind that tree?
Can you? I wonder if you could do detect thoughts on it.
Oh my god, look at it. I see it now.
So, now it's your turn. Zibble looks out. She notices it only because of the screeching, and sees that it's swooping around. It doesn't seem to be paying attention too much on the camp. It seems like it's swooping around to get to the tree. Yvonne peeks her head out and kind of like looks about. She notices the owl and she gets low and she readies her sword.
And so by this time, I've pulled the owlbear thing over my head.
Kaylee just ugh.
Hide.
All right. Owl's turn.
Oh my god.
It swoops and lands in a branch way up. It gets out of your dark vision sight.
That high up, huh?
Yeah. Well, you
Can I
only have
hear it?
60 feet of dark vision.
It's gonna startle the crap out of me.
What kind of... Can I still hear its feathers moving around?
No, you can't hear it at all when it's flying.
Owls are like
So damn, it's a
Dead
barn
quiet.
owl then. So it's got like the rigid feathers and everything.
Mm-hmm.
OP.
that's insane.
So I get
and
low
the
as
others kind of like, okay, I think it's gone back up. I think you're good.
I get low as well. With the owlbear thing over my head.
What's that?
I get low as well, like with the owlbear thing over my head.
Okay.
Still looking up.
You don't see it. Bori and the others go back into their tent.
Are we still watching out? Like through the...
No. Like, enough time goes by of not seeing this owl that they're just like, okay, it's gone.
Yeah, I bet it's still watching me.
I don't know what would give
What's
you
this?
that idea.
The sword, maybe?
Can I see a seer?
Yeah, you see a seer covered in the owlbear cloak. Just like clinging to the tree.
Behind a tree.
Can I point? It's still probably up there, because that's where it landed.
Yeah, but
So I don't know what's going on. I didn't even see the damn owl.
Mm-mm.
I heard a screech.
you just
and
like, you look
I'm
up and
just
you're like,
Can I mouth to her, detect thoughts? So if she can find it?
I use some spell. Oh, gosh. To make like a little up there, like a birdie. Can I do a
Yvonne steps
perception
out.
to see if I read his lips?
to empty a chamber pot.
None of the crystal clear water. Yuck.
She's asleep for 6 days. How does she go to the bathroom, right?
Oh wait, it was from my... Okay.
Oh my god.
I thought it was actually hers.
No.
Okay.
Hey, Yvonne's a good girl, man. She emptying out chamber pots for people.
A piece of bark hits a seer in the head.
Oh shit.
Oh god. you better run.
Do I
This
see
thing
it now?
Probably eats owlbears for breakfast.
Unless the owlbears here are really, really big. So obviously it's closing the gap right now, isn't it? It's
I don't know. I
Climbing
can't
on
see
down.
it. You can't see it.
So
Can I see something hit him on the head and try to look up, even though it's futile?
No, you have to give me a perception check for that. Have to be a damn good one to see a piece of bark in the dark.
I'm
I
gonna
can see him, like,
A moose
suddenly get,
in
like,
the loose.
Can I crawl 30 feet towards in front of
You
Leo's
seem to give us
tent?
something. What's that?
Can I crawl to in front of Leo's tent? 30 feet?
Absolutely.
Listen, hey now. don't be messing with this.
Reflex time.
Knew it. So deck save.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hero point that just to make sure.
Okay.
21.
All right. Fia, Zibble, Reflex.
Zibble's still in the tent.
I know.
Oh my god.
Oh, swooping.
Reflex?
Yeah.
Where the hell is my reflex check?
Dexterity.
Oh,
Dexterity save from you and
God.
Zibble. Anybody can roll Zibbles.
I got Zibbles.
I'm gonna hero.
He already did it.
Oh, okay.
I'm
you
gonna.
did.
I'm
Have
gonna
her.
use inspiration. I'm gonna use Zibble's inspiration and get the 22.
Okay.
Wah, wah. Someone's gonna become Alfred.
Wait. Tide of
Death by
Chaos.
Snoo Snoo. Okay. What do you do?
I gain advantage
Okay.
on an ability check
Okay.
or saving throw.
Okay. So you got an 11. Merc's already dead. I keep reading Zezuben as Sensubin.
Yeah, I read it as Sensubin as well.
So you got a 12.
Jesus, take the wheel!
Yep.
Jesus, take the owl.
I need you to roll me 4.
A death saving throw?
I need you to roll 4 D10.
Oh god. Please let this be a wild magic surge.
It is not.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
damn it. Is that how much damage I take?
That's how much damage you take.
Oh my god! That was not supposed to be a 10 in there.
Can you de-hero point that? Can you take 6 away with the hero point?
Oops.
I'm at 2 health. I am going to scream for Leo.
Zibble dives out of the tent in time. As this tent is demolished, Mordendir doesn't dive out in time. He tries to help you out and ends up taking 22 some damage.
Morning, dear.
Ouch.
Does that little bastard have more health than me?
Looks like it.
I'm done.
Kaylee, being lazy, didn't get an attempt at all. She did. She just crit failed. She takes 40 damage
Oh my god.
as her tent is smashed up over here. Did Leo make it out? Leo crit succeeded. Hearing
He did a
Thea.
Legolas dive out of there.
Aesir, you succeeded as well. As the owl makes a wild attack and ends up crashing and burning, failing the attack.
I
And
might as well be
slamming-
pinned up
yeah.
against the tree too.
And slams up into the tree, but also takes out half the camp.
He has me and Kaylee in one claw each.
So he
Freaking
missed his
nice dive
target.
bombing. Yeah, look, you're gonna go.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did. Just botched it completely. Actually, I rolled a 2. He botched it completely and takes out half
And
the
he
camp.
still killed Kaylee and nearly me.
Well, you
Kaylee
hear
might not be dead.
in the tent.
Oh my
Help.
god.
The
Is she
owl.
above a
The
2?
owl. Hang on.
Is the owl unconscious?
No, the owl. You can see one of its wings is broken badly, and it's trying to shake everything off. So that was its turn, but it is definitely not unconscious.
So wait, that thing crit failed.
How much
still
damage?
nearly
Points of
killed
damage did
2
it
of
take
us.
though?
It
That's what I
took
wanna-
30.
30.
Yeah, but it's still very much alive. It's just got a broken wing.
Jeez.
So
Um.
you can see it as Fia's moving and groaning now. It's pulling its head back and it's about to bash down with its beak. You guys' turn.
Can
in
I?
whatever
Yes,
order.
I wanna do something here.
You're currently pinned, which
That's
means
okay.
no somatic.
Can I use meta magic?
Do you have?
Yes.
As long as you have the
What if
ability
And
we-
to.
I can do it without somatic movement.
All right. You will have to do it that way then.
I'm gonna get Zibble to cast. Or should we cast Sleep or Dissonant Whispers on it?
Well, if it's still up after taking 30 points of damage, sleep may not work.
Hang on 1 second. Let me just make sure.
Because remember, she has to cast it at a high level, and you have something like 5d8 worth of hit dice. Or hit points.
So I'm using 1 sorcery point here.
Yeah, she wouldn't even have the ability to, most likely, put her to sleep. The 2 halflings and the
Membori.
Embori, yeah. I gotta move them in front real quick. To front. To front.
And I am going to use a level 3 spell instead of a level 2 spell for this.
Okay.
And I am going to go no somatics, so boop, 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 boop.
So it takes...
And
7.
please let me get a wild magic on that.
Oops.
Because I am freaking the fuck out.
It is... Jeez. You're building the math wrong. Okay. So negative 7. Negative 8. Negative 10. Wild magic.
Oh boy, here we go. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh god, what's this?
Someone turns into a sheep.
No, please don't let it. Oh my god. Please
Make
don't
it
let me
look,
turn
makes
into
it
a
look
sheep.
even tastier.
Please don't let me turn into a sheep.
Just give me a second. I have to pull up that stuff. I also need a d10. He says it's 3rd level.
Yeah, it's a 3rd level spell.
Alright.
What do you do? No, Tony, don't do that.
Roll me a 2d4.
Oh, 6 is my lucky number.
Alright. That gets an extra 4 added, so it's 10. After you cast the beams of freaking scorching fire, they penetrate through the owl, almost killing it, but as the spell goes off, suddenly a flurry of blades spins out from you. And within a 10-foot radius around you, everything takes 10 damage.
Uh-oh, Kaylee.
The owl dies.
Yeah! Oh shit, Kaylee got hit!
Kaylee got hit. You know how much hit points she had?
Oh my
How
god.
much?
Please don't tell me 9.
How about 6?
Oh my god, okay. Well, wait. You have
She's
to...
down to... No, she had 6 left. She just took 10.
Okay, so she's not fully in the red dark dead
Right,
yet.
so she's
Well, there's
at
no
minus-
such thing as... No, there's no such thing as negative
She's at
damage.
-4.
There's
What-
dying.
She's at -4, so she's dying right now.
There's no such thing as -4. You go to 0.
Oh.
Okay, Zibble, cast Healing Word.
Yes, please.
So you just hear... and the owl collapses down on Kaylee and Fia. Pinning
So
both of you
cast,
down.
cast Healing Word on...
I'm about to pass out, so I'm
Um,
at 2 HP as well.
But you're not dying.
No, Kaylee's first. But I'm just saying,
So-
So
Healing
She-
Word?
that'll restore her to where she's not... It stabilizes her. She's at 0.
Okay, so
Kaylee
what do I have to roll now?
stabilizes.
Additional... Okay, per spell slot above first. Okay.
You wouldn't have to roll anything because once you heal it, that's it. And she'll need rest overnight.
So I go over there and make sure she's okay. Well,
The blades vanish away.
Yeah, I lift her up and just, you know.
The
Get out,
both
get out
moving up,
again.
yeah. The dwarf and halflings drag the owl body away. Leo's just standing there very confused. Very, very confused. The tents are damaged beyond repair. Good news is
Well,
you
we can
guys
make
have 3
tents out of
tents.
And then we can make tents out of the owl. I'm gonna do that. I'd like that. So I'm gonna pluck whatever's not damaged off the owl.
Well, that'll take some
Kaylee,
time
okay.
because that's 50-foot wingspan.
I got plenty of time.
Or do you?
Do we?
Yeah, I mean, harvesting the body and making it to an owl to where it can become a tent is going to take far too long.
I think we should just like
Because you have to, like,
Well,
tan whatever skin you can. The feathers won't do.
well, what
Once
can I do? Well,
everyone
instead, what can I
is
do?
okay.
Can I actually pluck the big feathers out and
The
stick
flight
them into like the
feathers?
owlbear cloak?
Yeah, but the feathers are, like, the size of your body in most cases.
out of character. I
And
want
then-
some feathers.
And then there's other feathers that are smaller, but most of them are at least your arm's length.
No. I'll take a few of the arm's length ones and the smaller ones.
Okay. So Kaylee gets moved to Asir's tent to rest.
Oh my god. Let me just make my notes.
I wonder what happens when Bori sees Aesir princess carrying Kaylee to his tent.
She makes sure that everything's okay, and she's gonna stay there tonight.
Two girls in
No,
one
no.
tent and one's unconscious.
You take the second watch. Hopley and Doden can take the second watch. I'll make sure Kaylee stays okay with you.
Okay.
Oh man. So I need to rest. Leo needs to touch me with his magic fingers of healing.
No, he doesn't. Because you're gonna get rest overnight.
I know,
So,
but I wasn't talking about bringing up HP.
well, that's the problem. Is there's only 3 tents. Zibble crams in there with. Well, she uses Hopley and Doden's while they're
Zibble
keeping watch.
crams up in there. Whoa.
Make note that you guys are harvesting out large owl feathers.
Yeah. Okay, shoes. So what are we gonna do?
I don't know.
Go behind a bush or something?
I guess we'll go in here.
That works.
Hey, Seer!
You're rooming up with a bunch of people.
I'll sleep outside, thank you.
So Hopley and Doden keep watch. That's how it works, Captain.
Freaking hell.
Yeah, the only other open campaign that I have is the Patreon one. In this one, we don't. It's not yet, anyways.
Oh, we should do like a thing where we get a guest character in here sometime.
Yeah, it'd be nice, but I remember I've got a lot of people that
I know.
want to be in it, so I gotta be fair to those people first.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Let's get Grant Kirkhope.
So second watch goes on without much of a problem. Everybody gets to heal back up to max hit points. This was supposed to be back.
What have we learned about taunting things bigger than us?
Nothing.
I didn't taunt shit. The sword made me think it was gonna swoop on me. Damn it, Tony.
Oh, it was so nasty. It's like, it's actually just gonna go catch a fish.
Yeah.
What a giant 50-foot owl have to do with a little dude on the ocean shore.
So from now on, I'm gonna do a where is it? I'm gonna do an insight check on the sword every time it points at something.
That hurt pretty bad. I you know what?
You killed Kaylee. Just
Almost.
about.
I need it. You know what? I'm not trying to purposely kill my party members.
I don't know. You're doing a pretty good job of it so far.
I am a tiefling, and they're known for that kind of shit. Right?
All right. So
That's stereotyping.
what did we forget to do? What do we mark this area as? Go ahead and drag those.
I'd say it's a tick since we did kind of clear it.
You want to say it's clear? There's no danger there with the on-keg holes or anything?
Well, we did clear the one we were at before, didn't we?
Yeah, just the one out of a dozen.
Yeah.
Oh, in that
Remember,
radius.
all those were in that area, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
All of those were in that one. So the middle one is a heavy aggressive area.
All right, what do we call this area?
This area is
It's
that
iffy.
JPG area.
I'd say it's iffy.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely iffy.
Like, as long as you don't go in the water.
Don't pee in the water.
Don't even look at the water.
No, don't.
Don't even roll perception checks near the water.
Don't stick your toes in the water.
All right. So we know that up here is a waterfall.
Hopefully that's more pleasant, or maybe not, because there might be something behind the waterfall wanting to snap us up when we get close.
Oh my god. You're gonna pull a dragon heart.
All right. Well, I'm going to give you guys some time to think. We'll go on a quick break and get our snacks, go to the bathroom,
Maybe
all that
we
jazz.
can see if Lumi can.
Yeah, we'll try and get a hold of Lumi
We'll
again.
try and, yeah,
All
we'll
right, guys,
try and
we'll be
grab
back soon.